Welcome back to Merton Hyundai. I got a little bit of help today. I'm not holding the camera myself, which is kind of nice. The reason I'm doing this video is there's been a lot of talk about the new 2019 Kona EV, which we've got sitting over there. But what I want to talk about is the 2019 Ioniq EV, because honestly, it's no slouch. And if the range is sufficient for you, it's a spectacular vehicle. Just to give you some ideas, I printed it all out because there's too much to remember. But the Ioniq won the Plug-in Hybrid Car of the Year at the 2019 CCT 100 Awards. It won Best Used Green Car by WhatCar. It won Best Green Technology for Businesses in the 2017 Business Car Fleet Technology Awards. It won 2017 Hyundai Ioniq actually received the Green Good Design Award from the Chicago Museum of Architecture and Design and the European Center for Architecture, Art and Design and Urban Studies. Let that go by. The Ioniq has won the Supreme Award at the Women's World Car of the Year Awards. It won Best Hybrid in 2018 by WhatCar as well. The hybrid also won Car of the Year in France and in Sweden. It won a very prestigious 2016 Red Dot Design Award. Cargurus awarded it Most Modern Car in the 2018 Top Cars for Your Commute. The Hyundai Ioniq also won the award for Best Small Hatch in 2017 at the 2017 Carbuyers Awards. It was awarded top place in the Eco category, which was decided by members of the Association of Scottish Motoring Writers. It was also awarded Best Small Hatch at the UK Cody Awards for 2017, and every single year the Ioniq has been awarded a top safety pick by the International Institute of Highway Safety. I'll let that go by again. Hope everyone's all right. Okay, so a couple of reasons why the Ioniq is such a great car. It's actually constructed with 476 feet of structural adhesive. Now, structural adhesive is used in the airline industry to basically make planes more rigid, but also reduce weight. That's actually the 476 feet. That's more than 10 times as much as you'll find in a Honda Civic Type R, which is a sports car. Rigidity is important in sports cars, and the Ioniq has a ton of rigidity. It's got 53% advanced high-strength steel, which is 13% more than the Honda Clarity and 34% more than the Prius. Huge difference there. The Ioniq EV can go 200 kilometers on 28 kilowatts of power. The Leaf, the 2018 Leaf with its 40 kilowatt-hour battery, if it only had a 28 kilowatt-hour battery, it would only go 168 kilometers. And the e-Golf can only muster 157 kilometers on the same amount of battery power. The Ioniq EV weighs in at 3,131 pounds. That's 302 pounds less than the Leaf and 293 pounds less than the e-Golf. Yet, it has 53 cubic feet of total storage space, which is 23 cubic feet more than the Leaf and slightly more than the e-Golf. However, it's also got 96.2 cubic feet of passenger volume, which is 2.7 more than the Golf and 3.8 more than the Leaf. So tons of interior space, even though the vehicle weighs less. It's more efficient with more range per kilowatt than any other electric vehicle on the road today, thanks to its lowest in class drag coefficient and lightweight materials, including an aluminum hood and an aluminum tailgate. Now, I don't know if anybody here has actually tested out or looked at the Nissan Leaf, but the hood weighs a ton on that vehicle, and this one you can lift it with a finger. It's super light. Anyway, let's go over some of the cool features in this vehicle. Come on around to the back here. So we were talking about storage space, and I want you to see just how much storage space is in this vehicle. Now, back here behind the seats, it's 23 cubic feet, which is very similar to the Leaf. With the seats down, that's where we really get a lot of storage space. But what's cool about the storage space in this vehicle is it's very usable, very straight up and down sides. There's no like little pockets or anything. It's just basically, bam, there you go. There's your storage space. You got the privacy cover free with the vehicle. The seats, when they go down, they fold down very, very flat, very easy to slide larger objects in over that. And also there's a little bit of storage underneath the floor. So pretty cool. Now this vehicle, this is the Ioniq Preferred Electric. So there's two levels in Canada, the Preferred and the Ultimate. This is the Preferred, but you still get a subwoofer, you still get Infinity audio system, 8-inch touchscreen, everything. I'll show you that in a moment as well. So this hatch, as I was mentioning before, is made of aluminum. Listen how, come a little bit closer here, Brett. Listen how nice it sounds when you close this. This is some quality engineering. It's
wow.
A very, very solid hatch. I'm gonna open it up again. Oh, not close enough with the button. There we go. I got the proximity entry key in my pocket here somewhere, but of course it has to be within a certain distance for you to allow you to get into the vehicle. So you don't need to actually press any buttons. I can just walk up and open the trunk. All right, let's go to the side. So as I mentioned, proximity entry. So if I press the button on the handle twice here, it opens up all the doors. Now, folks, I'm 6'2", so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump into the front driver's seat. I'll adjust it to my seating position, and then I'll sit in the back. All right. Actually, that's pretty good right there. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see from there, I've got about 3 inches of headroom. Now, we do have an adjustable height seat. Now, in the Ultimate, of course, this would be power seat. In this one, it's manual seat. No big deal. But I'm going to go ahead and jump in the back now, okay? All right. So as you can see, again, plenty of room back here for somebody who's 6'2" to be sitting behind somebody else who's 6'2". And I want you to take special note of the floor here. It's a very flat floor, and I can actually put my feet underneath the front seat quite comfortably and easily. A lot of electric vehicles suffer from floor bumps in the floor, so you can't really move your feet around too much. Not in the Ioniq. Lots of space there, lots of space in front of my knees, lots of space above my head. And even though this is the lower trim, you get heated seats back here. How cool is that? So not only do you get heated seats in the front, you get heated seats in the back as well as the center cup holder armrest. I'll get out of the way so you can have a look at that. There's our center cup holder armrest there, which flips up and out of the way. And of course, it is a 5-passenger vehicle. All right, let's check out the front seat here. All right, so in the front, we'll notice a couple things. So first off, we got that D-cut steering wheel, so a nice little sporty touch to the steering wheel. That also actually makes it easier to get in and out of the car because there's less wheel down here, so you're not bumping your legs into it. Now on the Ioniq, I'm going to go ahead and fire it up. Brett, why don't you join me on the passenger side? All right, so inside the cockpit of the Ioniq Preferred, a couple of cool things to note. First off, we do have a leather-wrapped shifter, or leather-wrapped steering wheel. And there's little paddles on the back of it here. That's for the regenerative braking levels. So it has 3 different levels, well, technically 4 different levels of regenerative braking. If I put the vehicle into drive simply by pressing the little D button right here, you'll notice on the screen now it's going to have a bunch of arrows. If I pull the right paddle, it reduces the level of regenerative braking from 3, 2, 1 to 0. And on the left paddle, it's going to increase. So did I say right paddle there? Yeah, right paddle, left paddle. Also, you'll notice the speedometer in its current configuration. If I press the sport mode, just show them the sport button there, or the drive mode button here. If I press the drive mode button, it's going to put the vehicle into sport mode or eco mode. Now in sport mode, we do have a little bit of a different look to the display here. I'm going to go ahead and start driving a bit just so they can see what's going on. So instead of a speedometer, an analog speedometer, now we've got a power level meter. So get a good look at that power level meter while I accelerate here for a moment. So depending on how much power you're applying to the vehicle, it's going to show you that in sort of a percentage mode. Steering wheel out of the way for you. So a nice visual indication of how much power you're using. There we go. So that's just the steering wheel bong, no, not to worry about that. Put that seatbelt on. And now it's yours.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Gotta stay safe.
Seatbelt, gotta stay safe, exactly, even though we've stopped the car. There we go, perfect. All right, so inside the vehicle, the steering wheel, a little bit more about that. It is a heated steering wheel, so you'll notice down here on the console, we've got heated seats and a heated steering wheel. It is all 360 degrees of the steering wheel that gets warm, which is kind of nice. We've got a power e-brake. In the HVAC system right here, it's automatic climate control system. It's not dual zone, but it is climate control, so we can set our temperature with this knob right here, and then the car will do its best to get to that temperature. One thing that's really nice about this system, guys, is that if you look up here at the windshield, this guy right here, this is a moisture sensor. So as the windshield is fogging up, this will detect that and turn on the auto defrost for you as well. Also down here on the HVAC system is a driver-only button that allows you to put the climate control only on the driver's side, and it shuts the passenger side off completely. Let's have a look at the screen. So an 8-inch touchscreen with full navigation system, and this will actually be able to tell you where charging stations are as well. What's really cool about this is it does have the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto functionality as well. And if I go to EV, it shows us our range till empty currently on 39%. We've got 72 kilometers. Of course, this vehicle is 200 kilometer range on average. But if I tap that, it's actually going to take me to the map and show me a visual representation of how far I can drive. If I go to nearby stations, it's exactly what it sounds like. Shows me all the nearby charging stations. Go to energy info. Tells me how long it's going to charge, or how long it's going to take to charge up with the various different types of charging stations. So a DC fast charger will only take 24 minutes to get it back up to 94% is where it would cut off on that one. Electricity use shows me where the power is coming from and going to, showing me how much power is coming from each individual aspect of the vehicle. Right now, drivetrain is 0 because we're not moving. Climate control and electronics, pretty straightforward. And if I go back to this screen, this is kind of important to know here. If we go into charging climate settings, we can actually set the vehicle to pre-warm the cabin and the battery at a specific time during the day. So I'll show you what that means. So if I go, let's say I'm going to go at 8 o'clock every morning from Monday through Friday, and I want the vehicle's interior temperature to be 21 degrees. I want the defrost on. Basically, it's like a remote start, but you don't have to do anything. It's automatically going to start for you, which is really, really nice to have, especially in the winter. But it works in the summer months as well. It gets the temperature down if it's really hot outside. We also, of course, have a backup camera with dynamic steering lines. Beautiful, clear image. You can see the bumper along the bottom here, so getting up close and personal with an object behind you is super simple. So let's get nice and close to this car, and then tell you what, Brett will actually get out of the vehicle, and we'll show them how close we got to it. How about that?
Now, how much space do we have right there?
So that looks like probably about 2 inches. Let's have a look. Woo-wee. About 3 inches. How cool is that? I don't even know whose car this is. That's the crazy part. All right, so that is the 2019 Hyundai Ioniq, guys. This is a spectacular vehicle. I personally drive one because I love them so much. If you have any questions about this car, please don't hesitate to leave a comment below. If you like my videos, please don't forget to subscribe. Click the bell icon to get notifications when new videos are up. But if you have any questions, if you live in the lower BC area, BC, Canada, and you want to come and look at one of these or test drive, give me a call at 604-795-0836. Otherwise, have a great day. Take care, guys.